Your soulmate was on a dinner date last night, and shockingly, their date was someone you know. My beloved child. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Last night, while the world was asleep, your soulmate quietly walked into a beautiful restaurant. The candles were glowing, soft music filled the room, and across the table sat someone you already know. But this was not the story everyone around them believed. Every smile carried a hidden meaning. Every glance concealed an untold truth. If you leave now, you will miss the one detail that changes everything. The person sitting across from them kept asking questions about you, not because they wanted to replace you, but because they wanted to understand why your name had become impossible to forget. The atmosphere looked peaceful, yet every second pulled them closer to a revelation that neither of them expected. Stay till the end, because the truth behind that dinner is far more surprising than anyone could imagine. Another unbelievable moment followed. As the meal continued, your soulmate suddenly stopped speaking. Their eyes drifted toward the window as if they were remembering someone they could never erase. The other person noticed the silence and softly asked, "Are you still thinking about them?" Your soulmate smiled without saying a single word, and that silence became louder than any answer. It was in that exact moment that everyone at the table realized your place in their heart had never been taken away. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What looked like an ordinary dinner was slowly turning into the beginning of a life-changing confession. Every passing second carried another clue, and every clue pointed back to you. Then something happened that nobody in that restaurant saw coming. The person across the table reached into their pocket and placed a small folded note beside the glass. Your soulmate unfolded it slowly, read only a few words, and froze completely. Their expression changed in an instant. The note contained information connected to someone you recognize, but the biggest surprise was still hidden. They quietly whispered, "I knew this day would come." Those words changed the entire meaning of the evening. The dinner was never about starting a new story. It was about uncovering a secret that had been waiting for the perfect moment to surface. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Because what your soulmate discovered after reading that note is something almost nobody could have predicted, and the next chapter reveals why someone from your own circle became the unexpected key to everything. A strange calm settled over the table, but beneath that silence, everything was changing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate carefully folded the note and looked directly at the person sitting across from them. Then came a question that instantly changed the atmosphere. Have you known this for a long time? The answer was slow, almost hesitant. Long enough to know your heart never belonged anywhere else. Those words made your soulmate close their eyes for a brief moment, because deep inside, they already knew exactly who that sentence was about. The dinner had never been a romantic meeting. It was becoming a conversation that was uncovering truths hidden for far too long. Without warning, another surprise arrived. The person across the table gently placed a familiar photograph on the table. The moment your soulmate saw it, their heartbeat seemed to pause. It was connected to a memory they had tried to forget but never truly could. They smiled softly, not because the memory was painful, but because it reminded them that some connections never disappear, no matter how much time passes. You still carry this with you, the other person said. Your soulmate nodded with complete honesty. Some people leave footprints on your heart that time cannot erase. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next few words spoken at that table would reveal why your name kept returning to every important conversation. Before either of them stood up, the other person leaned forward with one final message. The next time you meet them, don't hide what you've been carrying inside. Your soulmate didn't argue. They simply smiled in a way that made everything clear. The dinner was ending, but the real story was only beginning. As they walked toward the exit, they looked back one last time, as if leaving behind the final piece of an old chapter before stepping into a completely new one. The person you know watched them leave with quiet confidence, because they believed something unforgettable was about to happen between you and your soulmate. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. What happened after your soulmate stepped outside that restaurant will change everything you thought you knew. The cool night air greeted your soulmate the moment they stepped outside, but something felt completely different. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Just as they reached the end of the walkway, their phone vibrated. They looked at the screen, and the expression on their face changed instantly. It was not fear. It was recognition. The message contained only a few words: the truth is finally ready to find you. They stood completely still, reading those words again and again. Suddenly, everything that happened during the dinner started making sense. Every question, every pause, every smile had been leading to this exact moment. Your soulmate quietly whispered, "I should have understood this sooner." In that instant, the night no longer felt ordinary. It felt like the beginning of a story that had been waiting for the perfect time to unfold. As they continued walking, memories they had hidden deep inside began returning one after another. They remembered conversations that seemed unimportant, little moments they had ignored, and the countless times your name appeared in unexpected places. Each memory fit together like pieces of a puzzle they had never completed. Then they realized something astonishing. The person from the dinner had never been trying to create distance between you. Instead, they had been guiding your soulmate toward a truth they had been too afraid to face. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The closer your soulmate came to understanding that truth, the more impossible it became to keep pretending that fate had been silent all along. Then, just before reaching home, your soulmate noticed something that made them stop once again. Across the street stood someone watching quietly from a distance. The figure smiled gently, nodded once, and disappeared into the crowd before another word could be spoken. Your soulmate didn't chase after them because, somehow, they already knew what that silent gesture meant. It was confirmation that the next chapter of this journey was about to begin. They looked up at the night sky and took a slow breath, carrying a new sense of certainty they had never felt before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because what your soulmate discovers the very next morning will connect every mystery from that dinner in a way that nobody could have imagined. The next morning arrived with an unusual sense of anticipation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate woke up much earlier than usual, unable to ignore the thoughts that had followed them through the night. The dinner replayed in their mind from beginning to end, but one small detail suddenly stood out. It wasn't the conversation. It wasn't the mysterious note. It was the final smile from the person you know, a smile that seemed to say, "Now you're finally ready." At that exact moment, your soulmate reached for something they had kept hidden for a long time. Inside was a simple reminder connected to you, carefully preserved because letting it go had never felt possible. That single moment confirmed what their heart had been trying to say all along. Without wasting another second, they decided to revisit every clue they had ignored. They realized every unexpected meeting, every delayed conversation, and every coincidence had quietly pointed in the same direction. The dinner had never been about choosing someone else. It had been about helping your soulmate understand the value of the connection they already had. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They smiled with a confidence that had been missing for far too long and whispered, "I've been searching everywhere for an answer that was always right in front of me." At that instant, the entire story shifted in a way no one could have predicted. Then came the moment that changed everything once again. A final message arrived, containing only one sentence: "When the time is right, nothing can stop two hearts from finding the truth." Your soulmate read those words slowly before looking ahead with quiet determination. There was no confusion left, only clarity. The dinner, the note, the mysterious conversation, and the unexpected messenger had all been leading to this realization. But an even greater surprise was already beginning to unfold beyond what anyone could see. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next chapter reveals the hidden reason why your path and your soulmate's path were destined to cross again in the most unforgettable way. A few hours later, everything became even more mysterious. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate couldn't ignore the feeling that someone had quietly arranged every event of the past 24 hours. As they walked through their day, they noticed familiar places carrying unfamiliar emotions. Every corner reminded them of a conversation they wished had happened sooner. Then, without expecting it, they crossed paths with the very person from the dinner once again. This time there was no restaurant, no table, and no audience. Only one quiet smile and a simple sentence: "You finally understand now." Those words echoed in your soulmate's heart because they knew exactly what they meant. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Silence itself seemed to carry the answers. Then the person gently admitted something that changed the entire story. "I never wanted to stand between you and the one you truly care about. I only wanted to make sure you stopped running from your own heart." Your soulmate lowered their eyes and smiled, realizing every misunderstanding had hidden a greater purpose. Suddenly, all the confusion disappeared like morning fog under sunlight. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What looked like an unbelievable dinner date had actually become the turning point that gave your soulmate the courage they had been missing for so long. As they walked away, your soulmate felt lighter than they had in months. For the first time, they were no longer asking questions, they were ready to follow the answers. Deep inside, they knew the next meeting connected to you would not happen by accident. It would happen because every hidden clue had finally led to the same destination. They took one deep breath, looked ahead with quiet confidence, and whispered, "This time, I won't let the moment pass. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you." Because the very next encounter between you and your soulmate will reveal a truth that neither of you ever expected to hear. Everything seemed peaceful on the surface, but beneath that calm, the biggest moment was quietly approaching. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate carried the lessons from that unforgettable dinner into every step they took. No longer distracted by uncertainty, they began noticing signs they had overlooked before. Familiar songs suddenly felt meaningful. Random conversations sounded strangely personal. Even ordinary moments seemed to whisper the same message: the truth always finds its way. Then, late that evening, they discovered something they had never expected: a small handwritten reminder tucked inside an old book. It contained only a single line: "Some hearts meet twice because the first meeting was only the beginning." Those words stayed with them long after they closed the book. As the hours passed, your soulmate couldn't stop thinking about everything that had happened. The mysterious dinner, the unexpected conversation, the hidden note, and the quiet encouragement from someone you know were no longer separate memories. They formed one complete picture. For the first time, your soulmate realized that every delay had served a purpose. Nothing had been random. Every twist had quietly prepared them for a moment they were finally ready to embrace. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The closer they came to accepting that truth, the stronger the feeling became that destiny was already moving the next chapter into place. Then, just before the day ended, another unexpected surprise appeared. A familiar name showed up where your soulmate never expected to see it, followed by a message that simply read, "The next conversation will answer everything you've been wondering." Your soulmate smiled with complete confidence instead of confusion. There was no need to chase the future anymore because it was already coming closer with every passing moment. They looked toward the horizon with quiet hope, knowing that the next encounter would reveal not only hidden feelings but also the reason every strange event had unfolded exactly as it did. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter begins with words your soulmate has been waiting to say for longer than anyone realizes. A new day began, but it didn't feel like any other. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate woke with a quiet certainty they had never experienced before. The questions that had once filled their mind had been replaced by a single purpose. As they stepped outside, the world looked the same, yet everything felt different. Then their phone lit up once again. This time, it wasn't a mysterious note or a forgotten memory. It was a simple reminder that had been scheduled long ago. The words were brief, but they carried incredible weight. When your heart is ready, you'll know exactly where to go. Your soulmate smiled because, for the first time, they truly did. Every step they took afterward felt guided by something greater than coincidence. Familiar streets seemed to lead them naturally toward places connected to you. Memories that once brought uncertainty now brought peace. They no longer wondered whether the dinner had meant anything because they finally understood its true purpose. The person you knew had never been the ending of the story, they had been the bridge leading your soulmate back to what mattered most. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As your soulmate looked ahead, they quietly whispered, "I've spent too much time waiting. Now it's time to be honest." Those words marked the beginning of a decision that would change everything. Just as the sun began to set, your soulmate stopped in one final place and took a slow, deep breath. They reached into their pocket, unfolded the same note from that unforgettable dinner, and read it one last time. This time, they smiled instead of wondering. They carefully folded it again, knowing they would never need to question its meaning anymore. The hidden clues had become clear, the unanswered questions had found their direction, and the journey was leading toward a meeting neither heart would easily forget. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next chapter reveals the first words your soulmate is finally ready to speak when your paths come together once again. The moment your soulmate had imagined for so long was finally close enough to feel real. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They stood quietly, holding the folded note one last time before slipping it away forever. The dinner that once looked so mysterious had now revealed its true purpose. It was never meant to pull two hearts apart. It was meant to remove every misunderstanding that had been standing in the way. Then, almost unexpectedly, someone approached your soulmate with a gentle smile and said, "I think you're finally ready to stop hiding what your heart has known all along." Those words didn't bring surprise anymore, they brought peace. As the evening continued, your soulmate looked back at every twist that had led to this point. The unanswered questions, the unexpected dinner, the familiar face across the table, and every quiet clue suddenly fit together perfectly. They realized that life had been preparing them for one unforgettable conversation. There was no longer a need to wonder who truly mattered. The answer had remained the same from the very beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your soulmate smiled with quiet confidence, knowing that the next step would not be driven by uncertainty but by honesty, hope, and the courage they had finally discovered. Then came the final surprise of the day. As your soulmate prepared to leave, they noticed a small envelope resting exactly where they had been sitting. There was no name on it, only one short sentence written across the front: "The next chapter begins the moment you choose truth over fear." They held it carefully, knowing they didn't need to open it immediately. Some answers become more powerful when the right moment arrives. They walked forward without looking back, carrying a heart that was lighter than ever before. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, because what is hidden inside that mysterious envelope will reveal a truth capable of changing everything you thought you knew about this extraordinary journey. Everything became silent as your soulmate looked at the unopened envelope. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a few moments, they simply held it, wondering why every unexpected event had led to this single object. Then, with a slow breath, they opened it. Inside was not a long letter, but one carefully written page. The first sentence immediately captured their attention. Some journeys begin with a meeting, but the rarest ones begin with understanding. Your soulmate read every word twice, feeling as though someone had quietly witnessed every emotion they had carried for so long. The mysterious dinner, the familiar face across the table, and every hidden clue suddenly felt like carefully placed steps leading toward one extraordinary truth. The letter continued with a revelation that made your soulmate smile without even realizing it. It explained that the person from the dinner had accepted one important role: to help remove doubt, not create it. Every question they asked, every memory they mentioned, and every pause during the conversation had been meant to help your soulmate stop running from feelings they had never truly left behind. In that instant, your soulmate understood something unforgettable. The greatest surprise had never been the dinner itself. The greatest surprise was discovering that every road had quietly circled back to the same person, you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story that once seemed full of mystery was now becoming a story filled with certainty. As your soulmate carefully folded the letter, a gentle breeze carried it for just a moment before they caught it again, smiling as if life